different ways of doing it.
So do you set those expectations individually for each of the students based on their current performance?
Yeah, because some students I know they cannot reach. But when I talk to them, I don't tell them you cannot reach it. I never tell them that they are average students or they are below average. I never do that. I talk to them like as though they can reach it. And there are ways of just pushing them. For example, they are E students, you can bring them to C. And they're quite happy with that.
I was talking to another lecturer, and the person told me in order for that particular student to achieve, the lecturer would probably set easier questions and give that hope that the person is actually doing well. So do you think that...
That's false hope. End of the day, like A-level students are going to sit for an external exam. They're not going to be given different sets of questions. This is the main thing that we tell the students again and again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you reach, but the attempt should be there. It's all about you trying, that's all we want. You don't try and you think they're going to give you easier questions, it won't work. Another thing we always tell them, do not feel depressed if you get low marks. It just tells you where you stand at that moment. It is not your final thing. You know? And like I said, if the student listens to it, he will come up.
Okay. How important is it for a teacher to be innovative or to be creative in class? Do you think that helps in your class? I mean, if you think that is a good quality that a lecturer should have or a teacher should have.
It depends on what you mean by creativity. For example, you're very creative in answering different students. Different students understand things differently.
Okay.
Right? Some you have to make it like as though it's a cartoon. Some have to be answered. Some you can give very technical answers, they'll understand. Others cannot. They have to go in terms of pictures and all that. So this is the creativity I'm talking about. Right? For example, when Inti started its so-called blended and all that, I jumped into Prezi and all that. It doesn't work. End of the day, they don't want all these sophisticated things. They want simple things put up. Even PowerPoint, simple things, and they want to be able to relate it. You don't want too much of things moving around. Even, for example, videos and all that, they cannot understand sometimes without that basic, that PowerPoint being there.
Most of the videos are not from Malaysia.
They won't be able to understand. Even if you make your own, we make our own, it's easier using PowerPoint. How to draw cross, dot and all that. Even that they don't know when they come in here. But from this they learn a few things. But like I said, creativity in terms of explaining things to them. For example, many subjects they've been studying chemistry for about 5-6 years in school, and they still do not know this thing called stoichiometry, how to balance equations, what these numbers mean. So you have to go in terms of cartoons to tell them what these numbers mean. And then you can explain to them in terms of a person having 2 hands, 2 ears and all that stuff. On that part, then only they start understanding things, why this balancing takes place.
So do you find there's a challenge? I mean, from the students that you had before to the students that we have now?
Yes.
Is there a difference?
Yes, a lot of difference. See, when I first came here 20 years ago, only students who wanted to really further their studies came in here because there was financial problems. So if they wanted to study here, they really had to work, study here. They had just enough money to do all the studies and nothing else. Now you have a lot of kids with a lot of money just following their friends into colleges, and then they like these terms like A-levels, gold thing and all that stuff, and simply join. Again, no objectives. You ask them what they want to become, they don't know what they want to become. So they're coming into A-level courses without knowing where it's going to lead them. The previous batch, like I said, 15 years ago, parents didn't have enough money. So it's very tuned. Okay, I give you 25,000, this is what you will study, and this is where you're going to go. That's it, done. Now it is not like that. I have R1,000,000. If you don't like here, you can go somewhere else. And then if you don't have money, never mind. We will somehow buy a seat for you in the medical colleges and all that. So attitudes have changed towards education.
Okay, coming back to setting your expectations. So how do you manage that? Now, if, say, for example, you mentioned just now that you set the expectations for the students.
Yeah.
How receptive are they? How do you know they are being receptive and able to achieve, able to, how should I say this? Would want to achieve whatever that you have basically expected.
Like I said, every course has got its outcomes and objectives already. That you cannot change. This is what they want. End of the day, this is the thing that they need to know. For example, definitions. This definition has to be known. If not, you cannot go to the next level. So these are expectations. And we tell them very clearly. A-level expectations are very clear. They give you about 100 pages of the expectations, objectives, everything. This is what you need to know. All right? And the thing is, you see, last time, even for local courses here, the objectives are very hazy. If you go topic by topic, they don't tell you, okay, if this topic 1.1, what they're supposed to know. A-levels 1.1, what you need to know, what you'll be tested on. So if they read that expectations and the objectives alone, they will know what is expected from them. That's why I said, very important to get your outcomes first. So these are our expectations. There's no way out of that. Right? Now we come to the next level. For example, definitions. How are you going to write your definitions? Are you going to memorize it, or are you going to use your own language? Half of them will try to use their own language and comes out wrongly. So you have to keep on repeating things over and over again. Make them do things over and over again. And like I said, students need to know exactly what they need to reach. Let's say, you see, after some time they'll realize, oh, these are my expectations, but this is what you're expected to do, get your A-levels.
And they work.
They work for
They're receptive.
Yeah, they have to work. They will work. Like I said, one thing you need to do is encourage them. Never say, you're stupid, cannot get this word correct. No. You tell them, good work, well done, this needs to be changed. It'll be better this way. Put things like that. It'll be better if you wrote it this way. Things like that. The feedback is very important.
So you're saying basically a good communication skill is also vital in bringing the best from
very, 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 very important.
The words that you use.
Yeah, how you use it, and then your facial expression, the way you stand, the body language, right? It's very important.
Okay. Do you think it is important for teachers or lecturers to communicate with the parents of the students?
No.
Do you think that
straight away no. Because we cannot be pleasing the parent as well as the kids. Parents have different ideas about their kids. Some are very high, opinions about their children. Others think very badly about their children. So parents are not very objective in how they analyze their kids. It takes an outsider like a teacher to analyze. For us, we don't look at how he behaves at home, whether he kicks his brother or not. We see how he behaves in class, whether he can achieve what he wants to do.
Okay. So do you think that it is important for a teacher to be dependable? Why and why not?
Like I said, most of the kids here, they are at home only from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. morning. The rest of the day they are here. 12 hours they are here. And they look up to the teachers. Many of them do look up to their teachers. We will serve as role models to them. That's the way I think about it. So, like I said, they have to depend on us. Even for emotional support, they come to us many times. They can't go to their parents.
Yes.
Very simple.
So do you find that it is important sometimes?
Yes,
I mean, what I mean is, say for example, they always for example, they want answers. They always want answers. So they always come to you. So do you think that is what you want from your students, or do you think there should be a line that is drawn between being dependable and not being dependable all the time?
No. This is where I was saying, I never answer my students with a straightforward answer.
Straightforward answer, yes.
Always give them back another question. If it is topic-wise, I would tell them, go back and look at this particular topic or something like that. Read and then come back to me again. But with something outside our teaching, then I have to consider again what they're talking about. For example, if it is something to do with parents at home and all that, like I said, we are not trained counselors. We are shooting in the dark, hoping it works. So this is another aspect that administration should think about. Train them first before putting the task on us. But at the end of the day, you do get students coming in with these kind of problems. So you just cannot push them away. Because, like I said, we cannot be so mercenary in our ways. We also have kids at home. In fact, these students made me learn a lot about how to treat my own kids. Tell you the truth, I learned a lot. If not, I would have been a very bad parent.
Okay. So is there any other qualities that you like to have, you like to emulate, but then you don't have it right now? You don't have that quality right now, but you like to emulate that particular quality?
A lot of things. Like I said, I'm basically just depending on this thing, my knowledge. I can empathize with the students because I also had very bad lecturers during my time. So I don't want to be my lecturers. As much as possible, I do not want to be like them. Right? And then my parents, like I said, when we were growing up in the olden days, there's no connect between parents and kid. They do their own thing, you do your own thing. So you can understand a lot of things. These are the few things that I do right now. I would like to do many other things, like do research on the students, how they. But like I said, you don't have time for all that kind of things.
Right. Is there anything else that you like to add about about this research topic that I have? Anything else that you'd like to say about being a good teacher? What it means to you?
As I said earlier, should have passion. I complain constantly. My class is like this, my class is like that, but I still continue. And every day, the best time in my day is in the class. Whatever it is.
All right.
You should have passion. It won't work. Simple as that. Just you end up going in, coming out like computer, meaningless.
All right. Thank you very much for the interview session. So,
Nice.
sorry.
My voice will sound